when you look at the young guys, the big three wings are our three-piece wings. We got you got you got Zaire Williams, David Roddy, Jake LaRavia. Those are your guys who you look at as your project wings. If just one of them breaks through, this team could be phenomenal this year. How have those guys look? I'll say this. I have one frustration about Zaire Williams, and I was happy with some of the things I saw open practice. I was happy with some of the things I saw in the preseason game. The thing that's bothered me, and of course, by the time this airs, I'll probably look like a dummy. But Zaire concerned me in that first game when he was out there on the lineup that had what's the little bitty point guard?
Jacob Gilliard.
Gilliard. It was Gilliard, Roddy, Jake, Zaire, and I want to say maybe Gigi. Or it wasn't Lofton. Tillman, maybe.
Yeah. Tillman.
And Zaire was like, I'm like, dude, you sat here and told us that you were the hardest working man on this team this summer. This is your time to shine. Like, I'm going to be the fifth starter on this team until John Morant's come back.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put so much pressure on y'all. Y'all got to decide whether you going to play me or you going to play Marcus Smart. That should have been your mentality. But you just have to just kind of floating around, ain't asking for the ball, like ain't being aggressive when you get the ball. Like, this is the preseason, man. This is when you can prove the things that you were talking about on media day. You know what I mean? So that frustrated me. Only had like 5 or 6 points the entire game. Made 2 shots. But he looked good. He showed the ability to get to the basket. I was like, yes, Zaire, this is what we need from you. You can become a guy that can become a playmaker. You can put the ball on the ground, mid-range, and I can kick out the three for you. Man, you're earning your keep. But that's my concern with him. Where are you at as far as Zaire, Roddy, and Jake LaRavia, those 3 guys?
So it all starts with defense because Taylor Jenkins is going to start it there. And Zaire, again, as I wrote a story last week basically saying how he was putting himself in the position to be in the conversation for that fifth starter because basically his defense. He was standing out defensively through the first couple of days of practice. David Roddy defense has kind of been what had him on the floor as a rookie. You know, he guarded Kevin Durant. When Dylan Brooks was ejected from that game in the playoffs, they brought in David Roddy. They didn't bring in Kennard. They brought in David Roddy to guard LeBron James. So David Roddy kind of has that now, but offensively, there's a gap between the two. You know, whereas David Roddy right now is a little bit more limited. Zaire has more in his bag. We know Zaire has the midi. The three-point shot is still inconsistent and whatnot, but he can run the floor really well. He got the offensive game, but defensively, he's got to bring some more to the table. There were a couple times in that first preseason game where I saw, he was beat off the dribble, reached his hand out, got a couple fouls and things like that. Like, you got to see more from him on that end so he can kind of stamp himself because Jake LaRavia, when you think about the offensive side of it, he seems like a good fit to that starting group because he's a shooter. Like, you put him on the floor with those guys, all they're doing is just going to pass to him, kick out, knock down shots. Boom. He got the size to guard those bigger guys. But when you got Paul George in front of you, is he hitting you with the in and out, and between the legs? Like, we don't need you rocking side to side. Like, you got to be able to slide your feet.
You need to come sit with me. Like, he done shook you, now you sitting with me. Nah, I need you on that court.
Exactly. But, so I think those other 2 guys probably got a little leg up right now because of that. But Jake LaRavia, I mean, what he showed in that first preseason game, he continued to build on that. Whole different conversation.
But see, that's the thing with him, though, man. That's like kind of shaky as well, is that you can visibly see his confidence level change when he's out there with lesser talent. When he's out there with, the Indiana Pacers 10 through 15 man, he's a different player than when he's out there with the starters.
But we took like 14 shots.
But see, we need you to have that level of confidence to be ready when John and them kick to you in the corner, you're ready to knock down that shot. But when he's playing with other, lower rotation guys, he gets off. You can visibly see his confidence is different. I just wish he's a guy, like you said, who could be like one of those guys. Because these 3 guys we have, man, like I joked about, make your own wings, and we got wings at home. Like, that was the hashtag I was doing. If these 3 guys could just be guys that you can be that 5th guy on the court, that can knock down open shots, defend a little bit, your answers, everything you need is right there already on your roster.
If you combine their skill sets, you will have like a elite 3 and D wing.
Exactly. Exactly, for sure.